All right, so I'm going to talk about the biggest trap that I believe that you can fall into. I personally believe that this is probably the biggest trap most people fall into, and I fall into this, of course, myself, and I had to make a lot of changes. So the biggest trap, of course, is debt. I think that's like number one, but I'm not talking about that today. I'm talking about something that if you fall into this, whether you're in debt or not, you're in a routine that could be you're pretty much not living anymore. And this it's not even a 9 to 5 thing. Like I think a lot of people talk down on the 9 to 5. This has nothing to do with 9 to 5. This is when you stop learning, and this is what happens when I think with our school system. Our school system encourages learning, but it encourages learning to earn, to work a job and earn. I just think it's very cliche. I know a lot of people will say, "Oh yeah, yeah, like this is like, oh, who are you trying to say? You're trying to be Robert Kiyosaki?" I'm like, no, it's not. It's not what it is. What I'm trying to say is, and I've talked to many people about this, who are in this kind of cycle, where you're working a job, or you're not even a job, even if you're working a business, okay, and you're kind of in this day by day. For example, I'm just gonna go like through a daily routine, right? You wake up, you're up, okay. You start, you go take a shower, your breakfast, and then you go, maybe you go drive to work or you commute to work, whatever it may be. You listen to music. Some people will listen to music. They'll have music on, and then they'll get to work. They'll do the work for 6 to 10 hours, whatever, how many hours you work, and then they come back, and then like typically they'll maybe go watch some TV, or sometimes they'll go to the gym. If they do, then props to them for doing that. And then they'll go to sleep, and then they'll go to work the next day. And then when it's the weekend, the way the weekend is, it's like Friday's the best day because it's the most exciting. Okay, I'm off for 3 days or 2 days, and then Saturday's there, and then Saturday night comes. They're still enjoying it, but it's there. And then Sunday, they dread Sunday because Sunday's like, okay, well, tomorrow I got to get back to work, right? So this is kind of like the routine that most people go through. And there's nothing, like I said, there's nothing wrong with a routine like this. The only thing that I would challenge you on is, are you growing? You can work at 9 to 5. You can work your business. You can do whatever it is that you want to do. But are you growing? Do you have something that you're doing that's enabling you to grow? And it doesn't have to be financially. I know sometimes we tie so much of success or this and that to money, which money is very important. However, if you have a lot of money but you're not healthy, then you're not really rich. You're pretty poor because you can barely like, you're getting sick all the time. You can barely move. Then that's going to be a factor, right? If you have a lot of money but you have no social life, or you have no relationship, you're not attractive or whatever maybe, then what's the point, right? So it's not all about money. Money is a measure, of course, of how much value you're providing to the world. However, money is not the end all be all. Are you learning? Like, the biggest thing is, are you learning anything? Like learning, like improving yourself. And something that I will applaud myself for. I'm not perfect. Again, I think the last 12 months I've kind of gotten back to where I was before. But I would say from 2021 to 2023, I was growing a lot. I was learning a lot about just building stuff and this and that. But I also like put the pedals, like I kind of like retracted a little bit, right? And yeah, and this year has been a complete different year. I've sacrificed a lot. I've definitely sacrificed a lot financially. I've definitely sacrificed a lot when it comes to like just my day-to-day routine. I've definitely sacrificed a lot when it comes to just instant gratification. However, like I'm moving forward and I'm learning every single day. I'm figuring things out. I'm improving. I can feel that I'm improving as a person. I started reading more last month, or this month currently. We're about to end the month, but I read 2 books, 2.5 books, I guess you can say, and I'm improving. I can feel like I'm improving, and I don't feel that like burnout. You know what I mean? Yes, I get tired. That's normal. You need to sleep. That's very normal. However, I feel like I'm moving towards something. And most people, they're just kind of in this routine where they're just kind of just there. And this sometimes you ask people like when they have a lot of money, like a lot of people that I know that are millionaires that are doing well with an audience online. Sometimes like you ask yourself like, why are they still working? But what happens is when you build a project, when you do something like that, it kind of pushes you to be a better person. It kind of pushes your limits. And that's what professional athletes don't have to play they don't have to play past the playoffs. If they do, they can. Like obviously maybe they'll make a bonus, but they don't have to win the championship. What's the point? But there's something more that goes into it, and not everybody, like I said, not everybody has this. Most players in the NBA or in this sport, they just want to be there. They want to get their paycheck. They worked hard to get there, so they want to enjoy their life. And a lot of times they don't even know how to manage their money. So a lot of times when they retire, they need to keep working, and they need to like keep working maybe as a coach or whatever. Not everyone, of course, but a lot of players they mismanage their money. And they're getting better too. I can't say that they're not getting better, but that's the thing. Like, if you feel stagnant, then maybe it's time to grow. Maybe it's time to get in shape. I always say getting in shape is like one of the better things you can do, because if you can focus on your health, like if you can get healthy, then a lot of things kind of come together. It kind of like brings things together. It changes your mindset. You just have more energy. It's more positive. You just have more, like, you look better. So I always say that like exercise is probably one of the better things you can do to start off. But yeah, I guess I'm not trying to say don't do the 9 to 5. You need to start your own business. I'm not trying to say that. I'm saying that always be learning. Just keep learning. I think that's the biggest thing. Just keep learning. I have right now, I'm taking a course, and I have a tutor every week. I meet with a tutor either through Zoom or in person, and I'm learning how to understand Arabic, right? So always be learning. If you're always learning, then that will like keep your mind fresh. That's why a lot of times they say to play games like chess, because it keeps you like your mind moving, or do math. And that's why even like when people retire, right? With people that retire tend to like just decay a lot faster than people who continue working even when they're older, right? I have a colleague who retired, but he came back to work, and someone might be like, "Oh, why did he just retire? Like, just stop working?" But that also keeps your mind fresh. Like that, doing that keeps your mind fresh, and I kind of understand why he wants to stay, why he doesn't want to fully retire just yet, because when you're retired, there's not much you can always enjoy life so much, right? Like, you can travel, you can do this, you can do that, but people get busy, life happens, people the world is going to keep moving, and so you always have to keep figuring something out, right? You got to keep your mind stimulated. I think that's the biggest thing. If you just finished college, if you just finished university, or maybe even high school, whatever it may be, my message to you, or maybe you grew a successful business, right? Maybe you're a millionaire. Don't stop learning. Keep learning. Just keep on learning, whatever it may be. Maybe if you want to learn martial arts, learn martial arts. If you want to learn MMA, great. But always be learning. And I think that's one of the biggest things that you can do. If you once you get out of that, then you kind of get trapped, and then that's when I at least I can't say it, but I notice a lot of people tend to feel stuck, or they just start to feel like there's no purpose for them. So yeah, I mean, if you're Muslim, then learn more about your deen, right? That's why for me, I'm focused on learning Arabic, right? Because I want to understand the Quran, right? So, anyways, that's it. I want to talk about that. Don't forget to like and subscribe. If you like online fitness coaching or online coaching in general, check out the link down below. Don't forget to stay authentic. Peace.